Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the PivotBoss Pre-Market Report for Wednesday, February 28th, 2018. Happy Hump Day, everyone. I'm Frank Ochoa, aka PivotBoss. Here's a look at the daily time frame of the ES. Today is basically the last day of February. We're going to begin March tomorrow, Thursday. And a quick heads up here, I'll be hosting a monthly market outlook tomorrow after the close at 3:30 p.m. Central. You can join me quite literally at join me. So you type in join.me and then /PivotBoss. And that right there is going to give you the link to get into tomorrow's webinar. So again, that's going to be free. It's a monthly market outlook. I'm going to cover all of these futures markets, look at some stocks for the upcoming month, and review what we did here in the past. So it's going to be a good time here. So again, join me tomorrow, 3:30 p.m. after the market closes, and we'll jump into the monthly market outlook for the month of March. You're going to love what we see, what we show you here. So basically, we have an uptrending market overall. We've pulled back below the 2-day lows, and we're showing some modest rejection of those 2-day lows. Not a major rejection yet, but again, as we know, in an uptrending market, failed new lows can be the earliest indication that you may see another squeeze ahead. If there's any failure to see acceptance above these 2-day lows, perhaps you rotate lower. The next support level down will be about 2670. And again, overall, the trend has been up. The trend has been up, so pullback's likely to be defended. You can see price is above the 8-period moving average still. And again, any failed new lows here could be an early indication that we're going to see another bump back up into that FOMC key level we continue to talk about, which is the 28-29 quarter level. So again, all guns ablazing to the upside still until proven otherwise. Right now is the earliest indication of a rejection, and again, that's going to be about the 2740 zone. If price fails to get below that area, we could be looking at a continuation to the upside over the next several days. All right, let's take a look here at the NQ. The NQ also been trending up, very clear strength here after the rejection of the key range low into the CLVN, a great march higher. You can see here failed new low, and right now failed new low on yesterday's session. Not quite 2-day lows, but still the overall direction is up, failed new low. This again could be an early indication of the next wave of strength to come. I mentioned before that we were likely going to hit that FOMC key level. We got it, in addition to likely hitting that 70.47 quarter high there. So for the most part, we should see more upside here until proven otherwise. Again, the level to watch here is going to be that 68.50. Any failure to hold that level could rotate this back towards 66.50. Staying above that zone suggests more upside ahead. All right, let's take a look here at crude oil. Here's crude oil, again, very similar. The ES, the NQ, crude oil, they've all looked very similar here. After forming impulse sell-off legs, we've seen a steady continuation up. We have a failed new low again here today. We had one here that led to a 3-day up move. The recent push got very close to that FOMC key level and backed off. This next one likely gets that push and then some. So again, the next upside target could take us as high as 65s now. So again, the level we really wanted to watch was 63 to 62.50 here, but really the 63s. Can price hold and stay above that zone? If so, we could be looking at another leg higher. And so right now, this midpoint's very important. The failed new low here. Bulls are looking to defend that zone for another squeeze. Failure to hold, that 62.18 can rotate it back down to recent support near 60. All right, let's take a look at gold futures. With gold, the previous session, what we were talking about here was that we were likely to see another continuation downward toward the lower end of this range. You can see a very clear range that is developed from 1365 down to about 1305s. I mentioned yesterday this failed new high wasn't as strong as what we wanted to see, but for the most part, holding below 1335 half would suggest a rotation to 1317 and as low as the lower end of the range, 1305 to 1310. And so we did get that rollover a very solid move in the previous session, a real big 125+% of ADR move. It hit 1317 and then some, and now we're holding in a small digestion day today. Anytime you see a big high range day like that, there's a tendency to sit and digest at these lows while having a downward bias. So far, as long as price remains below that 1327s, more downside should be seen toward the lower edge of the range. But we are getting closer to the lower edge here, which means at some point we'll likely reverse this thing back up and across the range, as this range right now is the one that's in play. All right, lastly, taking a look at Bitcoin. Here's XBT. XBT has been trending up in the short time frame, kind of in the medium time frame. Longer time frame, it's been trending downward. But ever since we hit 67s, we knew we had a shot to get to 10K. And if 10K, if price was going to push through that zone, we had as high as 12K. And then from there, we knew that 9K was going to become support. And from there, again, we see a development of an inverted head and shoulder type of pattern here. So 9K is very, very important. This is where bulls are currently defending. They took it bid here, they defended here. They're going to continue to trade here, but if some point 9K gives out, those stops come out, a big time continuation lower occurs. So right now 9K to 12K is in play as a range. Eventually we'll likely see a continuation outside that range once we see expansion. So we'll continue to watch this range. At the short term moment, we're seeing a rejection of yesterday's highs and a push back below yesterday's mid. That can be short-term bearish, which could lead to a retest of the previous lows. All right, that's it for now. Let's see how this plays out heading into the rest of the session. Good luck, trade well, and I'll see you soon. Take care.